Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Duel Destinies for the 3DS. Oh wow, did we have a interesting trial. I'm not sure if Damien Tenma was faking it at all, but he now claims to be possessed by Tenma Taro, but as the player, we all know who the real culprit is. Because when you think about it, when you've seen the opening anime intro for this episode, you already know. But now we have to get the evidence and have that real culprit stand in trial. Alright, so I guess without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we're back at the Right Anything agency. Like I said, the place must stink after seeing that plate of noodles. Like it's been there for a year now. I have no idea. Well, I do see a rice cooker there. Now that is good for something. I like white rice. All right, so let's continue on here. Having oh sorry, that is Athena. I keep forgetting. Having a yokai testifying in court is unprecedented, to say the least. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. Tenma suddenly become a demon? Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, prosecutor Blackwell is playing along. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to go out for a run. See you in a bit. Wait, what about the investigation? Back, eek! Whoa! Juicy, welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit, back from work? Yep, I really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. I also heard those tricks that were conjured up in court earlier today. You know, the demon out of nowhere trick, and Polly's tightrope styled defense trick. I was seriously considering a disappearing act of my own after all that craziness. Anyway, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. I know the killer must have used the air duct in their escape, and whoever did that was the Tenma Taro that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw. Right. Maybe there's some evidence in the air duct. The real fight starts right now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. And thus we're reacquainted with Juicy's magic panties. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Alright, so we tossed out any unnecessary evidence, and they're all in Juicy's magic panties. So let's see what was taken out, I guess. Alright, so the TV listening was out. I didn't see what other stuff got taken out, but okay, the mask is there. I don't see the lock. Hold on, let me switch. There we go. So you can see it much better. Let's see, what else got taken out? The foyer diagrams, oh, not that one. Let me see. Okay, so the TV listening is out. The gold lock of hair is out. Anything else? I don't see the key case, that black key case, but I think that's it. Other than that, all right, let's continue on. I wonder where all that stuff goes. Yeah, Trucy, where does all that stuff go? I wonder. Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Vámonos, Apollo. Vámonos. Alright, so we're back at the scene of the crime. There has to be something else that we did not see. Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so... Wonder if he's been like this ever since the trial. Well, his sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. It'll probably take a while for him to recover. I sort of feel bad for him, but we have work to do. Let's go get the evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know the Taro impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the alderman, the killer left the fox chamber through the hallway door. Then, after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the fox chamber through the air vent here. Then I went back through the duct and fled the manor. That's how the illusion of no one entering or leaving the locked room was created. If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there. Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting! How nice of her to volunteer me for a job. Whoa! It's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. There's a thick layer of dust in here. I don't get it. Find anything? Yikes! Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. So, what you find? You know how dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time? Yeah, like Mr. Wright's the desk back at the office. Right. You think it'd be possible to crawl over that sort of dust without leaving a trail? I seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting no one's gone through that air duct lately? Kind of looks that way. And if it's true, Mayor Tedma is going to be fingered as the killer. But if we don't turn things around quickly, in justice we trust. Sorry, Mr. Justice, but it seems your justice was not the most just after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. Detective Fulbright seems chipper all of a sudden. And I'm back to my old devastated self. Oh, come on. Where's that never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer Man. Bring it on. Let me suffer in peace. Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, and besides, kicking someone when they're down is what bad guys do. Are you calling me a bad guy? Me? Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice? Then how about some info on the investigation? We need some help here. Information about the investigation? Rhyming. All right, but I won't have you calling me a bad guy ever again. Understood? We did it, Apollo. Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? Alright, let's speak to Fulbright here. The investigation. I can't believe Prosecutor Blackwell would stoop that low. I mean, to pinning the blame on a yokai? He really wants a conviction at all costs. Ugh. She could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yes, well, I have him writing a self-reflective essay as we speak. I doubt that'll teach him anything. Yeah, he'll probably just write dotard or dotard 1,000 times. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackwell believes Jinxie Tenma planted that yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father, the real killer. Yeah, right. I like to see him prove it. Whoa, calm down. He doesn't have any direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff just outside QB Manor. Wait, that isn't the staff of the Tenma Taro was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. This is Fulbright. Mr. Tenma no doubt tossed it over the cliff when she was done. No, wait. Well, what about Prince? Nope, no Prince. But if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be any anyway. Well, Prince or no Prince, it's not going to work in our favor. Sounds like the staff might have belonged to the mansion. But if that's the case, then where in the mansion did Tenma Taro get it from? That is a good question. Alright, the amazing Ninetales. Did Prosecutor Blackwell figure out that the victim was the amazing Ninetales? He did indeed. He's a sharp one, all right. He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger and the victim's past. The amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. And Mayor Damien Tenma is the corrupt politician who murdered the great hero. The amazing Ninetales fans are so angry, they even tried to storm the detention center. I don't blame them. I mean, their favorite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the Amazing Ninetales? A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. In real life, that is actually true. Especially when it comes to masked wrestling. There are those, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're thinking about, if these wrestlers thinking about wearing a mask throughout their entire career, they can never take it off. Though I'm not sure when it comes to washing their hair or faces, I'm not sure about that, but the only way to lose your mask is if you lost a mask versus mask match. It'd be a sign of humiliation, like the ultimate sign of disrespect should you lose a mask versus mask match. Alright. He never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off, well, mostly taken off, not torn off. Oh well, there will be times where even though a wrestler lost a mask versus mask match, they would still refuse to take off that mask when they have no choice but to tear it off. Alright. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation of a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. They weren't joking about that. She spoke with a passion that only a fan could appreciate. We ought to become fans ourselves and go protest in front of the prison. What? No! Did you forget that Mayor Tenma is not only Jinxie's father but our client? Oh yeah. You'll be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I hope you don't find yourselves on the wrong end of a figure 4 leg lock. Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. Are there any other new developments we should know? Now that you mention it, our suspect is suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words were, "I am under no obligation to speak with you mortals," and other things of that nature. I wonder what Mayor Tenma remembered. Too bad you can't go ask him now, because our Prosecutor Blackwell's busy questioning him. I know. Why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? What now, Apollo? How about regrouping back at the agency? A good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there. Alright, so there's nothing else we can do now. So let's head back towards the Write Anything agency and talk with Phoenix. Let's see what he has to say about that. About all this that's going on. Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. And I'll go do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out. How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff. Cliff. I keep on saying that with the T. It's like we're at the edge of a cliff, and the only way is down. In other words, business as usual, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time, it's like we're bound and gagged too. Don't forget blindfolded with our ears plugged up. Oh, and monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo! Oh, and Athena's here too. Mr. Wright! How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena? I think it's safe to say that things have gotten hairier than before. Really? What happened? Alright, so let's speak with Phoenix here. Our defense. I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court, to say the least. I know. I've never had to defend a yokai before. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. Yeah, and on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. But at least you figured out how someone could have escaped the Forbidden Chamber. Yeah, well, we just found out that our reasoning might be a tad flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's bad news. How are we going to get out of this one? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Force a smile? Yeah. My mentor taught me that back when I was still learning Betrayed. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. The basics. Always believe in your client, huh? Alright, you and Athena. So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during a trip to Europe. Huh? You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about this before? Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did, but an old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time. So, oh, I guess you were never far from the courtroom then. It was like a fate brought us together. It's all thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. I knew she was lawyer material from the moment I met her. And I have high hopes for her ability to analyze people's emotions. It's nothing special. Maybe I've underestimated that analytical psychology of hers. It's just, I thought that if my special ability could help defend innocent people, then I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hitting the books hard. I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Wow, that's almost superhuman. or personal, like like she's trying to help somebody she knows. Oh, right. I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Keep believing in my client. Right. Mr. Wright? Yes? Excuse me. I'm going to visit our client again. I think that's a good idea. Alright. Time to see what's new down at the detention center. Which we automatically enter. Oh boy. Let me drink some water. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Mayor Tenma, we wanted to talk to you about something. Shaw. Eek. Caw. So, my minions have returned. Apollo, he still thinks he's a yokai. I wonder if we'll ever be able to talk to Mayor Tenma again. Silence, a peddler of the legal trade. Free me from these imprisoning walls with great haste. Oh my goodness. Feels like whenever I do these long commenting playthroughs, especially doing this series, I don't know why, like whenever I talk, my throat gets iffy. Really iffy. Alright, sorry about that. Wow. He's sounding more and more like a real demon with every sentence. I'm starting to wonder if we should even be helping him with this freedom. Still, we can't let Mayor Tenma stay possessed. You know what I mean? If you can clear me of these charges, I shall help in whatever manner I may. Now, ask of what you will. I suppose it's worth a shot. Alright. Let's see. If we have feathers and tracks, and what you remembered. We basically have to go through the whole thing in order, so... Alright. Feathers and tracks. Were those feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime really your doing? Indeed! The remnants of Tenmataro, king of the underworld, they be. The day when I once again dominate the mortal world is at hand. Caw! The prosecution claims the feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie. What's this? I must breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once. Oh, wait a minute. Huh? Mayor Tenma, is that you? Well now, the Damien appears to still reside within this body. But I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine. Be silent now, Damien. I guess a little thing like demonic possession won't stop a father's love for his daughter. You didn't kill Alderman QB, did you? I have killed no one. The remnants of my presence have been misconstrued. The murderer is not I. For if I had slain that mortal, raging Hifflefire would... You gotta stop interrupting. For the record, I did not push anything. Anyways, Raging Hifflefire would have consumed him, leaving naught but ash. Yikes! So, so you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Come to think of it, the mayor had mentioned that he had been clubbed with the statue, and there's a reason why he has that seal hat there, covering up the wound. Are we? I better ask about this too. Alright, so let's see. We're still not done yet, but what you remembered. Detective Fulbright mentioned that you might have something new to tell me. Indeed I have. I regurgitated this key but a short while ago. Behold, the key to the Forbidden Chamber. Whoa! Is regurgitation one of your demonic powers too? Spoiler warning, no it isn't. There have been people that regurgitate. An example, I'm not sure if it's true or not. You ever seen the movie Surf Ninjas? And there's this cop that's played by rapper Tone Loc, and he was knocked unconscious, and they had no choice but to bring him along on their cruise to Patusan, which I think is in Thailand or something. And they handcuffed him and they put him in a room somewhere. And when he awoke, well, he had a key that he swallowed. Apparently he says that he swallowed it every Tuesday, and I'm not sure how he got that how he got that key out of his stomach, either by regurgitation, or that means vomiting, or if you ever seen Gone in 60 Seconds, well, specifically its remake, where a dog actually ate keys along with some food there. That dog actually kind of pooped it out. He actually pooped out those keys. But in this case, he actually threw up the key. So no, it's not part of demonic powers. Like, if you're planning on hiding something that like a key or something, there are people that do that. The whole they swallow it and they regurgitate it. It's yeah. Bah! I do not waste my powers on such parlor tricks. Take the key from the killer, Damien. Whereupon he swallowed it. He sought to bar the killer entry to the Forbidden Chamber. So he wanted to keep it shut tight. But no fingerprints shall you find upon that key. How do you know that? Wait, is that another one of your demonic powers then? Foolish mortal, you would have me, Tenma Taro, act as one asinine alchemist? I but asked the jailer, and my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Caw, 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 caw. Always an honor to serve your malevolence. Guess I'm not the only one he scares the living daylights out of. Can we ask you how you use this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere in or around the door. Curse that infernal door. But if I had known its a manner of opening long ago, would I have made my return. he has a point there. Maybe Jinxie knows something about how the whole thing works. Alright, so we have our new piece of evidence. The Forbidden Chamber key. The key that the mayor took from the killer and swallowed. No fingerprints could be lifted from it. Ugh. Nasty. Alright. Alright, so there's no more options to talk, but we can present. Let's present them with all this evidence that we have before us. You know, just as an in case. This may take long. You know what? I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna show him this, the Ninetales mask. I was hoping you take a look at this. An offering to me? Quite admirable. But the best thing you could offer me is to win me my freedom. Right. I'll do my best. Okay, that's not the one. Oh, I think I know what. The statue here. What, might I ask, is that? This statue was found at the scene. Someone hit Mayor Tenma over the head with it. It had been wrapped in a large cloth before the alderman's murder. Let me see whether Damien knows about such a thing. Yes. Something wrapped in just such a cloth does he recall. A secret gift from Alderman QB, it would seem. He, however, had not a chance to see it till now, for the cloth did conceal it. Maybe the cloth fell off or was removed after the mayor was struck. Of that, the Damien does not know. A secret gift? Interesting. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it. I should question him about the blackmail letter too. Let's see what he has Let's see what he says when I show it to him. Where's that? Here it is, the blackmail letter. Why, this is that a cursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien. Apparently, somebody slipped it into to the alderman's pocket. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor Tenma's briefcase. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Caw. You have questions, do you? Very well. Ask away, mortal. Alright, the blackmail letter. Who placed this in the alderman's pocket? Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase. So whoever knew about the blackmail letter being in the mayor's briefcase is a potential suspect in its theft and placement in the alderman's pocket. Could it have been his doing? Mr. Mayor, Mr. Taro, did you just remember something? Indeed I did. There was but one other who knew of that letter. Damien's aide, Florent LaBelle. Full knowledge of that briefcase's contents did that aide possess. Then he may be the blackmailer and the murderer we're looking for. That is preposterous. He's a most trusted advisor. He would never betray Damien. It seems like Mayor Tenma is a bit too trusting of those around him. Still, this is huge. Now we know who might have slipped that blackmail letter in the alderman's pocket. Look out, Florent LaBelle. Here comes justice. Let's go find Mr. LaBelle and rake him over the coals. Thanks for the help. You've given us a major lead. Alright, so the blackmail letter has been updated. The threatening letter sent to the mayor. It's highly likely that it was LaBelle who took it from the mayor's briefcase. There's something that still bothers me. If Mr. LaBelle is the killer, what could have motivated him to open the forbidden chamber? We should probably search it for clues. Only one problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole? Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help. Alright, so we're done here. So let's head back towards the Ninetales Vale. Oop, come on, stop. There we go. So let's go to the Yokai Lane. Okay. Hey, isn't that... you dare imprison me? Jinxie? She's acting really strange. That loathsome, no-good nine-tailed fox. He shall know the terror that is mine and despair. You shall pay, or you shall pay dearly. All of you. Jinxie, are you alright? Oh, is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Morning, Jinxie. Morning? Isn't it already past noon? And, what am I doing here? Last I remember, I lay down to take a nap, back at the manor. Oh no, it, must have been the Makura Gaeshi. Makura Gaeshi? Ever wake after a restless night's sleep to find your pillow in an unusual place? Or that you've been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway? Well, it's that yokai's fault. The Gaeshi preys on people while they're asleep. It sounds like you just needed to be tucked in really tight. Or maybe a snug sleeping bag? Jinxie, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead? I don't. I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things can creep into me. I'd say we had a more than adequate demonstration of that just now. I better reapply them. Jinxie, there's something we wanted to ask you. There was something I wanted to tell you too. I remembered something else. You did? What is it? Alright. I'll be right back, so cut. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so let's have a talk with Jinxie. Let's see what she can remember. Jinxie, can you tell us what you remembered? Well, after the trial, I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird. I'm almost afraid to ask, but here goes. Really? What? It's about the yokai feathers and tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door. Wait, what? Are you sure? Uh-huh. My memory's crystal clear now. So you're saying they were left at the crime scene after you found it? This could spell major trouble, Apollo. Why? Because Jinxie is already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it will totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on. Jinxie's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planning any evidence. Good luck rebutting that. Oh man, this is not good. I sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. Right, the Forbidden Chamber. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the Forbidden Chamber, would you? Would you? The door doesn't even have a keyhole. Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. They say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear. A secret mechanism? Really? Uh-huh. It's hidden in the Fox Chamber. But only Alderman QB knew what it was and how it worked. The Alderman of Ninetail's Vale sure left his secrets. Apollo, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism. Whoa, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh. Even the Manners Master key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room that must never be opened. Guess that means nobody entered the Forbidden Chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it. So the mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber were not in vain. Alright, so the Forbidden Chamber key has been updated. Alright. So there's something else I want to actually show her, and that is the Fox and Demon statue. Oh, I keep forgetting. Gotta go back and present it. There we go. Alderman QB made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for Ninetail's Vale and Tenma Town. A token of goodwill? But the two yokai are fighting. Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup is the cup portion is missing. The statue, originally depicted the two yokai holding a cup in celebration, but it sure doesn't look that way now, does it? Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head. That would explain it. I guess the only two people who knew what it really looked like were the alderman and I. Now it's just me. but its symbol of goodwill will be forever etched in my mind. Alright, so the fox demon and a demon statue has been updated. So it turns out that that statue, there's a piece of that statue that's missing, and that is a bowl. There's some details there. Hold on one second. Let's head towards the evidence and take a look at the. Let's take a look at the writings here. The statue has. Oh, never mind. That's from the other thing. Never mind. Switch. I had already read that part. Alright. So, is there anything else we should know about, Jinxie? No. That's about it. Uh-oh. My bracelet is telling me otherwise. Has anything to say about that? Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be... In justice we trust! Yikes! Eek! A ghost! Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have a business with this young lady, if you must know. Prosecutor Blackwell has asked me to question her. Question me? Sorry, not interested. Are you here to ask about the whole yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we want to ask... but I can't tell you that now, can't I? Oh, come on, please. We're partners in justice, right? No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash. Oh, that was Apollo talking. So you're not a ghost. Maybe some sort of urban troll then? Now come along, Miss Tenma, to the station with you. He took her away. Missed my chance to see what was she lying about. Well, at least we found out that there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out. I just hope they let us in now. Alright, so we are now in the garden area of the QB Manor. Wait, wasn't your hair a different color? Anyways, oh, what an absolutely fabulous scent! I'm so glad that I had these carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. Perhaps I should place one aside for our dearly departed alderman. Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Apollo, let's ask him about you-know-what. Oh yeah, before we search the Fox Chamber, we should ask about the blackmail letter. Why, if it isn't the mayor's little lawyers, what do you want with me? Oh, there's something we wanted to ask. Okay, I must admit that is awesome there. Those shoulder pads that he has, I think they're representative of like a phone or something. Where's that that ringing coming from? You'll have to excuse me. Hello? LaBelle here. What the? Okay, so there's cell phones. Again, that looks kinda awesome. What the? Those things on his shoulders are cell phones? Yes, about that. You must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor Tenma has been a complete nightmare. Where do you buy clothes like that? Ah, surprised? This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty. Functional beauty? Are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. Ah! Ah! You simply don't have an eye for beauty. What a narcissist this guy is. If you have an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind. So what do you want with me? To talk. Did you see Tenmataro? Both Jinxie and Mr. Filch said they saw Tenmataro. But what about you, Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why didn't you see... Very well. I admit it. That's right, I, Florent LaBelle, saw the other demon Tenmataro. So he did see something. Then why did he lie about not seeing him? Excuse me. I was simply trying to protect dear little Jinxie. Protect Jinxie? What do you mean? Why, don't tell me you haven't heard of that strange little habit of hers. Which one are we talking about? The one where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she's... Oops, excuse me. Breakfast. What she's doing. Rumor has it she's possessed by Tenmataro. That one's new to me. Well, there you have it. Anytime you hear about a Tenmataro sighting, little Jinxie should be your prime suspect. Tell us more about that rumor. Alright, rumor about Jinxie. So, what was that rumor about Jinxie? They say she's possessed. Not all of the time, of course. It hits suddenly, then she starts wandering around doing strange things. Is that so? Although, come to think of it, the loathsome, no-good, nine-tailed fox, he shall know that the terror that is mine and despair. What were those words again? That is mine and despair. Okay, I think I said it right. Anyways, that certainly would explain how she was acting earlier. Once, she even put on a Tenmataro costume and wandered around the woods at night. She did? Okay. Oh, wow. That's just amazingly weird. Oh, wow. I wish I never asked. Does she remember anything else while she's possessed? Unfortunately, no. She doesn't seem to remember a thing during these episodes. Memory loss during possession. Come to think of it, her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that too was caused by her possession. Then maybe... So you do understand. That whole yokai business was entirely of her own making. Now wait a minute! Although that yokai evidence wasn't there until after she discovered the crime scene, Did she leave those black feathers and strange tracks there herself? Apollo, let's ask Mayor Tenma about Jinxie's episodes the next time we talk with him. Something is never, ever right. Let's present him with something. The blackmail letter. What is that? It's the blackmail letter, but it wasn't sent to Alderman Cuby. It was sent to Mayor Tenma. And? Your point being? Someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it into the alderman's pocket after he was murdered. Oh, you don't say. You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the only one who knew that the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So you naturally... Perhaps that shot of cologne will make those scales fall from your eyes. Or my eyes fall from their sockets. It is possible that you would like to frame me as a potential suspect. But what would make you raise such an outrageous allegation in the first place? Oh, well... My only crime is being born as beautiful as you see here. Like I said, he is a very jerk narcissist. In other words, you have nothing. Now, let me show you what to do with this garbage. You can't destroy evidence like that. What do you mean I can't? I just did. Feel a little lighter now? You've just won a one-way trip to the top of my most annoying people ever list, buddy. Are we done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know. I guess that's it for now. Hello? LaBelle speaking. Really? You wish to carry my new product at your store? Oh, but I'm afraid it's my own private brand. It's not available to the public. What? Then I shouldn't advertise it on TV? But I don't understand. As the embodiment of beauty, it is my duty to announce my good looks to the world. Stop the bus. I'm getting off. Everyone wants my exclusive Jesus LaBelle brand products. It's the crown jewel of my collection, born of my long, relentless pursuit of beauty. But now that it's become so popular, it's been an absolute nightmare. You don't say. Well then, they can't have it. It's just for me. It's not meant for you peasants. Peasants? This is my latest product. I'm calling it Collier Me LaBelle. A dazzling hair color that you can wash out with just water. I guess that explains the blue hair now. Yeah. Guess that means you can't sweat. I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads. Yet it's not available to the public? Great sales strategy there, genius. Come to think of it, Mr. LaBelle, your hair color's changed since the last time we met. Ah, the little lady has quite the discerning eye. Here's a little sample. Consider it a gift for one who truly appreciates beauty. Oh, Apollo, what should I do? Better take it before you get a face full of cologne. Good point. Wow. Thanks, Mr. LaBelle. Alright, so we get our next piece of evidence. Collier me, or I think it's supposed to, I think it's French for color me labelle, or collier me labelle. I think it's supposed to be French. Hair color that washes out with water. It's Florent Labelle's own brand and isn't available to the general public. Oh, it's gonna be used, alright. Used for evidence, that is. Okay, let's head over to the Fox Chamber. We've still got to find a secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. Alright, there's nothing else we can do now. But head to QB Manor. Well, inside QB Manor. Starting off with the foyer. Or maybe we don't have to, but... let's start at the foyer. Okay, nothing there. So let's go to the Fox Chamber. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's find that secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. Ooh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to see how it works. But do you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber? We'll just have to open it and to find out. We should also see if there was there was anywhere the killer could have hid in this room. Okay, let's get started. Apúrate, Apollo, apúrate. Well, the good thing is he finally stopped with the whole, must you speak Spanish? Otherwise, I would have been mad. Well, basically, you might get like, well, like you might get positively complimented if you learn like another language. I mean, yeah, you never know. All right, so I think we should start investigating, or in this case, examine. I guess we should start from the bottom all the way to the top. Oops. That door here, I guess we haven't even looked around. But we can do that later. For now, let's just see what's in front of us. Oh yeah, and keep in mind with the D-pad, that's where you move around in the area. However, with the analog is where you gotta move around the cursor here. Alright, so let's begin with the blood and the feathers track here. Look at all these feathers and bloody tracks too. Then we have Jinxie and Mr. Filch. I witness. Ooh, excuse me. Reports and newspaper photo. Our yokai's definitely not the shy type, that's for sure. This is bad. Mayor Tenma is scary enough without people thinking he's a yokai. Sorry, I was on my phone with the message here. Alright, let's see what else we can... Anything else is blinking red? Oh, here we go. There's a carving of the Nine-Tails Fox over the door and statues of him on either side. The way those statues are glaring. It's like they're guarding the door from us. Come to think of it, there are two foxes on the folding screen as well. It can't be coincidence, can it? Hey, this statue moves. Don't get carried away now. I mean, who knows? It might trigger a trap. I can handle it. If a spear comes shooting my way, I'll snatch it out of the air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular karate kid. Do you now? I guess if you can catch something that fast out of midair, you can accomplish anything. Still, there might be something to the fact that these box statues rotate. Maybe there's something around here that shows the position they should be in. Alright. What about that charm right here? I said the charm, not the door. I was pointing right at that charm there, that seal. Still no keyhole, huh? Yeah, and the door won't budge. Just like those spiky bangs of yours. Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door. Oh, I know. I'll break it down with a body slam. I seriously doubt you could do that. How do you know if I haven't even tried? No, wait, don't! As much as you hate losing Athena, I think the door would win this match. Thankfully, she did not, Oh, maybe the killer hid under this table. That would be a terrible hiding place. The alderman's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. I guess the underside is a bit... Wait! There's something under the table. Let's check it out. Under the table, you say? Oh! Well, what do you know? It's the missing piece. Hey, look! There's something down there. It looks like a piece of something. Only question is, a piece of what? Oh, I know. It might be a piece of the statue. Remember what Jinxie said? The statue originally depicted two yokai holding a cup. It was a symbol of goodwill. So this piece broke off and rolled under the table? Alright, so the demon fox statue has been updated. Now we have found the bowl that we've been looking for. Alright, what about here? Let's see if we can finally... I don't think we'll find anything else on this chair. Alright. Alright. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think anything is blinking red, so let's switch the door here. Better take a look behind this door too. Oh, look! The doorknob banged into the wall. Made a big dent too. That wouldn't happen if the killer had been hiding there. Right. I guess that rules out the old hide behind the door trick. Okay. There's gotta be something else here. Alright, let's take a look at the window again. There's a clip outside this window. Makes it pretty impossible to get out this way. When I hear things like that, it just makes me want to try. Never say never, right? I bet I could get out this way, huh? No, wait! Do you have a death wish or something? It won't even open wide enough for me to squeeze through. I guess I lost that bet. That loss just saved your life. Right, the air vent. There really is no escaping here through the air duct. And here we went through all that trouble of bringing a ladder to check it out. That's not a ladder, Apollo. It's a step ladder. What's the difference? They both have the word ladder in them. What's the difference? Oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors to decide who's right. You're way too competitive, and it's not even related to the original issue either. All right, anything else? This statue originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in gesture of goodwill. Maybe Alderman QB was planning on smoothing things over with Mayor Tenma, but he was murdered instead by somebody who intervened. The mayor who was only pursuing the municipal merger because he'd been blackmailed. Who knows? If this murder hadn't occurred, maybe they could have come up with a solution. Alright. Excuse me. I think that's it. We discovered everything we needed. Alright, let's take a look around. Oh, wait a minute. Two foxes standing back to back are depicted on this elegant folding screen. Could this have something to do with the keyhole? Wait a minute. Two foxes. There are two fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber as well. Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to this folding screen. But I don't see anything unusual about it. Well, it does have two boxes on it, and there are two fox statues in front of the door. Then maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Then let's turn the whole picture upside down. She's as excited as a kid in a candy store. Well, I can't think of anywhere else to look. You find anything, Apollo? We'll never find the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber at this rate. There's something about that folding screen. You know how those fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber move? That screen might be a clue as to how we're supposed to position them, or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over on that screen with the fine-tooth comb. Alright, so let's examine the folding screen again. One closer inspection. I think there's more to the screen than meets the eye. Let's check every last inch of it. Alright, tap and slide on the bottom screen to rotate the folding screen. I can also tap something of interest to inspect it further. You can also zoom in and out to get a better look. Now, let's check every last inch of it. Hey, doesn't look like the picture here has been cut off on both ends. Now that you mention it, it looks like they're supposed to be doors on both ends, but they're cut in half. Maybe those doors symbolize the Forbidden Chamber's door. Yeah, it definitely feels like something significant, but the question is, what? Let's take a look around here. What's this? Looks like a keyhole or something. You think it could be the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber? No, it's just a picture. Still, you know what they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Alright, what about these? It's a picture of a key. That shape looks awfully familiar. Oh, I know. It's a shape like the Forbidden Chamber's key. Wait. What about that keyhole drawn at the center of the screen? You think the two are related? A key and a keyhole. Oh, I just got an idea. If we fold the screens up just right, the key and the keyhole should overlap. Hey, I think you're right. Let's give it a try. Folding. Booyah. Look, a door. Yeah, and it's open too. The two boxes are facing each other, so... Hey, what if we made those fox statues face each other? Apollo, let's go check out the two statues. Okay. Help me move the two statues so they face each other, just like on the screen. Oh wow, that's awesome! Look, a lock appeared. Now we can use that key. Okay, here goes nothing. It worked! Time to see why this chamber's so forbidden. What secrets could it hold? I wonder. Alright, so we now enter the Forbidden Chamber. Ooh, this could be creepy, but we'll see. Whoa. These doors, I need some serious oil. That was like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, right. Forgot about those super good ears of yours. Look, more feathers. Eek! What the heck is that? Is that Tenmataro's statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? What, this thing? Don't make me laugh. Really? Hey, look! What? What is it? Over there, on the left, there's a bunch of staffs on that rack. They kind of look like the staff we saw earlier. You mean the one Jinxie said she saw Totoro carrying? Yeah, I bet our Ten Mataro impersonator really did come in here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. Alright, so our only option we can do is just examine. But something has caught my attention. Yep. Let's move it down a bit. There we go. What's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. And the fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here for a very long. Oh, it's hand cream. Let's see, what brand is it? It is Jesus Labelle. Labelle? What the? But then, wouldn't that mean Mr. Labelle was here? I guess so. But why? Well, whoever dressed up like Ten Mataro must have taken a staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. And that same person probably dropped his hand cream at that time. In other words, the Ten Mataro impersonator we're looking for is none other than Florent Labelle. This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. Now all we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Tenma. Alright, so we got a new piece of evidence, the hand cream. Oh, it's so disgusting. Anyways, let's take a look at the feathers here. Whoops. Apollo, I think you're just wasting your time there. There we go. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the Fox Chamber. That means the killer must have been here at some point. The question is, why? Maybe the Ten Mataro costume was hidden in here. I mean, if someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the forbidden chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only gotten it here before the murder. Wow, this is one tough riddle, all right. All right. I'll save that scroll in the middle for last. All right, let's take a look at the writing here. A stone lantern. Like those Japanese garden lamps. Where's the switch? Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there is no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It was hidden out of sight. I see Tataro's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. Okay, I'm talking about right here. Looks like a gravestone or something. It reads, "Here lies Ten Mataro, age 80. Cause of death? Choked on a chicken bone." What? Seriously? Say it ain't so. Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're choking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. Freak out central. Right here, baby. Cut it out, widget. Denial is strong in this one. Alright, let's look at the left right here. The staffs. Hey, there are a bunch of staffs here. And it looks like one's missing. The Ten Mataro Jinxie saw must have taken it. I'd have to agree. These look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us. Why do you think there's so many here? Maybe they're spares. 10 Matataro might be, absent-minded or something? But the fact that he has spare staffs handy, well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. Or at least, that's my take on it. Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I won't hold my breath. Alright. That big statue in general. Excuse me. Whoa, that's one big statue. Maybe something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Tenmataro has a staff. But the Tenmataro in the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. I feel like this could be significant. But why? Let's take a closer look. First, to go around this table here. Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, it looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of that statue. Don't open it. Who knows what might be in there? It's just a big empty compartment. And from all the dust and cobwebs, I'd say it hasn't been opened in a really long time. That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it in. Wait, there is something in here. Looks like some sort of figure, but it's so dusty. I can't tell what it's supposed to be. Wonder what's it doing here. Alright, so we get the Forbidden Chamber figure as new evidence. A figure that had been left inside of the Tenmataro statue. A thick layer of dust and dirt suggests it had been there for some time. Alright. Moving on. Alright, so we're done here. That leaves one more part. Right here. That scroll in the middle. Looks like an old scroll. And there's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe? A monk? What are you talking about? You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training. Wouldn't that just be a hiker? The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena. Oh, look, there's some yellow thing strapped on his back. Whoa, it's turning into Tenmataro. What's this scroll getting at? Is this how Tenmataro was born? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. Alright, let's see if there's any more stuff that I've forgotten to look at. Nope. That is... Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, what's this? Oh, look! There's an air vent here, too. I guess even for chambers need proper ventilation. But I don't think anyone could reach this one either. Yeah, and there's nothing to stand on around here. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch this way, so... maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all. Guess that about wraps it up. What now? We should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie? Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstitions and Tenmataro. Alright, so I guess we're done here. Wow, that is a lot to take in. Alright, so let's head towards the foyer and see if Mr. Filch is around here. Alright. Let's see. It's the curse! The curse! The curse of Tenmataro! Eep! You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions at our peril. Mind your own business, will ya? Seriously? That idiot done sold the bracelet and widget. Ouch! What's that all about? What's all if it's about a curse? Tenmataro's gonna curse us all. Let's see. You stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation. Listen to what them superstitions say. Right. How about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions? Huh? Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine. You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. The same goes for my bracelet. Sorry. I promise I won't do it again. He almost kidnapped my sweet little Widget. The big jerk. I'm sorry. No, he's not. I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. Alright. Let's talk to Filch. Stealing. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal a widget? Yipes! Mercy! I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. To take a gender at this. So that's where the thing. So that's why it looks so familiar. We're gonna have to show him that. Oops, I missed that line. That line. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. It's none other than the Azuki Kozo, robbed from the rich to give to the poor. He did, and he'd leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson, because he was my grandpappy. Wow, you don't say. Thieves' honor. It's the honest truth. The sloshing sound. The sloshing sound of Azuki beans scraping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for given out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver out of wealth, reborn. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this this nasty habit. Wait a sec. This figure looks familiar. Yes, it looks just like that old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Alright, so it's revealed. Well, we already figured that out from the get-go. That this is a statue, well, a figure of Azuki Kozo. A figure discovered inside the Tenmataro statue. Apparently, it's something a certain thief leaves at the scene of a theft. Hey! What are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it had been there practically forever. Could be my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. He once told me the other treasure in that there chamber. Treasure? Excuse me 1 second, I'll be right back. Cut. Okay, I'm back. Alright, sorry about that phone call. Anyways, let's ask about the Forbidden Chamber treasure. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it, since there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, didn't he? Well, did he? Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that just might be. That's a grandpappy for you. But he washed that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor. Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. A Robin Hood type of character, maybe? Tenmataro sighting. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenmataro near the scene of the crime. Sorry, I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people of Ninetales Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing the Tenmataro. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale? Yep, I'm gonna keep living here, Ryan, and keeping with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rulebook to me. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in these old wives' tales? Ain't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say that's all baloney. Why, you ask? Well, let's present them with the village rulebook. Or the village superstitions here. It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. So according to this, you shouldn't be, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales Vale. But if you really believed in superstitions, you wouldn't have, you would have been long gone by now. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yipes! Alright. time for you to come clean. You were lying about believing in superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tenmataro? It's all that pretty boy's fault. Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro. Said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid gal. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. That rumor again. I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tenma about that possession rumor. Ouch! Hey, watch it! Alright, a village superstitions stolen by Phineas Filch. I'll be taking this back now. Cause I'm like a family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it. Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenmataro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Alright, so we're done here. Let's head back to the detention center now. There it is. Alright. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So, what can I do for you today? We'd like to ask you about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Huh? Caw! No match is this warding charm for me? The charm! Tematano's back! Those foolish mortals! They shall regret blaming that child for my doings. I blew it. That question about that yokai back. And he probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. Alright, let's talk. Rumor about Jinxie. We'd like to ask you about something your aide, Florent LaBelle, mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know none of what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tenmataro, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal? Caw! No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we've already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. But I have already told you, I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plan that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo? I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain that whole possession thing. Knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena's really something. I can really count on her when it counts. Alright. The real story. Here we go. Mayor Tenma? Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. I think I said it right. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking? Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of a disorder. It's usually brought on by a repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, did her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetales Vale? When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night. I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. So then the Tenma Taro that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter. Look, a Tenma spirit. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth, Mayor Tenma? Very well. It's of the least I can do for a superb exorcist such as you. It's psychology, not exorcism. There is a big difference. Alright. Feathers and tracks. Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it. You suspect Florent is behind all this? But why? Did he really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenma Taro for a spell. Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenma Taro. That's crazy! Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Tenma Taro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. You must not gaze upon him, nor free him from his prison. But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenma Taro thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. Your dinner's ready, Your Benevolence. Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the other hearts next time. Caw! Yes, Your Malevolence. I'll remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent LaBelle next? Now, now that we know the truth, he won't be able to claim that the Mataro was jinxing or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? Alright, so we're back at the foyer again of the manor. Oh boy. Okay, now let's practice that again. Filchy, from the top. Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we heard a scream, oh heck. What was the next part again? Ah! You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time, you know. Now, 100 times more and we're done. What on earth are they practicing? I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy. Ow! Oh, beg your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just all this practice. Yipes! Unbelievable. What if you have sullied my outfit with that grubby paws of yours? Did Filch filch LaBelle's wallet just now? So what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo? Oh, it's you two eavesdropping, are we? You peasants are so tacky, sorry. Well, what do you want with me? Your confession for being a Teten Mataro imposter would be nice right about now. Alright. Mataro's true identity. Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had. And about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Ten Mataro. Filchy, you fool! I told you nothing good would come out of you running your mouth. So why did you keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Why? To protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Ten Mataro. Interesting, but where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. The reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Ten Mataro. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Ten Mataro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. That's right. Mr. LaBelle even told... Youch! I said Ten Mataro was Jinxie, you fool. What was it he was trying to say? That's right. Mr. LaBelle even told me Ten Mataro was a jinx. So why would he... And that's when he got interrupted. I said Ten Mataro was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 times more times. Yipes. So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then. Oh, I'll be waiting with the special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones. Huh? What? Was I sleeping? I must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, you did. Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I can't for this thinking and remembering stuff. Ah! Right up the schnozzle, whatever that means. Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. No, please. Anything but another lesson. There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. You better go clear that up before tomorrow. You think you're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. Let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane, shopping for more charms. Alright, so we're back here. Uh-oh. A cursed nine-tailed fox. The time my grudge has been festered over time. At last, vengeance will be mine. She must be possessed or sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Psst, Jinxie? Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. My charms must have fallen off again. Phew, I guess I could avoid a charm slap by toning down my quartz of steel. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah? Which one? Oh, the one with the nine-tailed fox and Ten Matado. It shows them dancing together. Really? Two better rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. Oh, right, for the municipal merger issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning. We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate. It's what we lawyers... No fighting. Charm slapped again. Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she's lying about. Alright. What you remember. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. Eek. When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman QB were collapsed in the Fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. Ooh. I knew it. She's holding something back. Alright. Bracelet time! Let's see, where is the... Is this it? Oh! Stop. Let's do this again. It's right here. She's twitching. Right there. That's all he said before. I think that's all he said.
Gotcha.
You were very nervous when you said that's all he said, weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else? Eek! How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Alright, it's been unlocked, so let's see what she can remember. Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific? Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman QB." He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. Really now? A nightmare? No. This is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Right. Just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming? Or simply delirious? Who knows? But I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Apollo, what are we gonna do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our clients even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planning the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. I know. Well, let's see here. Our lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman QB and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have fled the Fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenma Taro. but Papa and the alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? The bell's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo, we have to take down that dirty, rotten Ten Mataro Florent LaBelle. Right. We'll get him with a legal exorcism, justice style. All right. Tune in next time with the exciting conclusion of the Monstrous Turnabout. I hope. So, until then, everyone, take care and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.